You know, climate change is real. Climate change is real. But as you guys have seen the live, basically, the title itself, I'm going to talk about how some, failed, you know, uh, members of the diaspora have contributed to the destruction of Sierra Leone's democracy. That is what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about. Today is September 6th, 2023. It's a beautiful day. And as always, I want you guys to know, for most of you that are following me, where you guys are not tribalistic in your thoughts. You're not partisan per se. You're just patriotic Sierra Leoneans. You don't have blind loyalties to anybody. You don't have to be blind, to support anybody. And the one thing they were glad for over the past 5 years, the amount of education that we've put in. Yeah, I mean, you can wear that. That's cool. But just make sure say where you come when I use the back end. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. What's that? The ball? Okay. Well, how are you gonna get to the field without the ball? All right. Wanna bear with me, man? I wanna go play ball. But yes, welcome everybody. By the way, welcome. I really want to talk about this part of the diasporans actually destroying Sierra Leone's democracy. It's very crucial. It's very important. For a while, we know to pay attention to that particular situation there. Okay. And I think it's time we start talking about that. You see, my brothers and sisters, living in the diaspora overseas, it's not easy for all of us. It's tough for every one of us. You know what I mean? So man, by blessing, luck, whatever you can say, effort, make they find themselves in a position them way, then tell go thank you. There's a lot of Sierra Leoneans them that within the diaspora, we know anything for do with Salone at this particular point in time because they know say they're set for life. So they will not bother, they're not going to worry again. I don't blame those. They're not all man able to handle a lot of stressful nonsense, especially when it's nonsense, right? Especially when you're dealing with a set of people that are just idiots, we're not able to see the practicality and reality of life. And that is what we have with folks in the diaspora. A lot of them, as difficult as it is in the diaspora, they don't see Sierra Leone as Sierra Leone is like a farm. Basically, Salona just farm for go harvest. They're not contributing anything sober or serious. All they do is influencing, the minds of young people in a negative manner. Even though then it's a relative term because you get a lot of people who can just talk whatever they want to say. But when it comes to like civic education, imparting the right kind of knowledge into the young heart and minds of Sierra Leoneans is very crucial. So like when we come now, I talk to you guys about, the Constitution, right? I talk to you about your civic duties. I talk to you about your civic responsibilities. That is what is crucial. So, but when we have a lot of these diasporan brothers and sisters, a few of them, they're not beaucoup, because like I say, a lot of the diasporans, they want to be successful, really do very well for themselves. They really don't care as much. Like they're not on social media, they're not there on WhatsApp to see what is actually happening. A lot of them they've had terrible experiences, so they're done with Sierra Leone. They've moved on. They say, it's in that country, it is not fixable. I get that with some of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. They say, if I can able to help somebody quietly and safely and maybe take care of 1-2 picking pay school fee for them, fine. That's what I do. That's what they do. So a lot of wonderful Sierra Leoneans that were in the diaspora, they do their own small thing at the corner. Not to every one of we could get space like how we get space on social media, right? Not to every one of we go for advocate and speak up and talk about issues like I do. So I get that and I understand that space. But the one that will get problem with the diaspora, now the one that we don't fail. They've failed. They have no more hope. You see that age don't beat them down. Circumstances don't beat them down. And so their only other hope is to get into politics in Sierra Leone for go destroy the country more. So what do? Then they affiliate and align themselves with corrupt elements, them, corrupt politicians, them, corrupt political leaders, them, now the nation. Then they do this just because they know say, okay, if I have these alignments, just in case this person here get power in that country, by God in power, I go draw me kind inside, let me say, go get small white thief. If you guys look at what is actually happening with the SLPP, that is what the problem is now. If you look at the SLPP, I mean, you look at even the current chief minister. These are guys that have no clue. This Bobo left Salone small one, get opportunity for can study. I'm talking about David Shenge, right? Can overseas on scholarships and this and that. Can get a PhD in prosthetic legs for make fake foot, where I don't know if you don't ever make any fake foot for Sierra Leoneans, for anybody in Sierra Leone. But he's now a chief minister. You know, get no clue of the plight and the sufferings of the people, and even, you know, deep south, deep north, deep west. He has no clue of what they're suffering, what the pains they're going through, right? But these are the kinds of people where the SLPP bring come, Marabio, they get at all of the diaspora. They say, when I come, go eat. So they like today, it's like they don't take Salone like a farm, and so it's massive destruction. That is what is actually happening in a nation. And so we're looking at a political party like the APC as well. You know, don't get me wrong. The APC party, as I know at this particular point in time, is finished. It is done. Because the APC as a political party, unfortunately, not everybody in the APC, but you get a segment, a very small, minute population of the APC as a political party, where, you know, they are just the lowest of the low. They have no clue. And these are members in the diaspora. Some of them, they're overseas, they're in America, and they're in London, and Pakistan. You know, these are folks that are done. Their lives are miserable. If you go look inside some of them where they stay, I mean, no foul, no harm, right? We don't have any problem. Musai person get for stay. Person already choose how you want to live your life, you know, because it's not about the bank account or whatever the case is. Now you choose how you want for those life you want for live, whose you want for live. It's a preference thing. But a lot of these now, because then people are now circumstance make them deal side and day. So a lot of them, they are so corrupt because the only hope they get is for them to come mix inside salon politics and destroy the country. You look at the SLPP again. You look at all the cabinet and the lineup of the of Marabio. Most of them are diasporans. Most of them get dual citizenship. You see people like the chief minister. We don't go to David Francis. All of these people, as power, you know, power all the family, all things done. They don't run. They don't come England. They don't get what he forget. They don't set for life. Couple of millions of dollars. Money we're not forever able for make that the diaspora. But now he has that. And they go sit down and don't worry again about anything. It is the same thing with the CISO. Like I was saying about it, this David Shenga, but Marabio make as chief minister. Same thing, or does not understand the plight of the people, don't know what's in the country they go through. All they're doing is, these guys, all they do is pilfering the resources of that country. Take as much as they could take, while you the young people, they will continue to suffer. And that is why Sierra Leone is what it is today. That's why the poverty is on the rise. That's why, you know, my brother Cashbox shared an audio the other day. It's on my YouTube page, actually. I actually, you know, recorded that and stored it on my YouTube page. If you guys follow me on YouTube, you go watch that video later. You go look back and it says Cashbox. Just listen to that audio where it talks about the poverty in Sierra Leone. And this is like 95% of the population in Sierra Leone suffers, you know, like that. You know, 95%. Give me 1 second, guys. Aja. Yeah. I can't tell, so I did do live now quick. Oh, okay, cool. Idea. All right. I'll call you back. All right. Cool. But yeah, that is the problem we have, guys. It is that segment of the population. These diasporans, the one that we don't fail, we don't decide for take up with country for safe and go destroy them. You know what you do? They say una within a Sierra Leone, especially, so they say una big fool. They say una not get 1 cent, una don't know nothing. You know, I see una this, una don't done. Una your life is finished. They don't care about you guys. All they care about is themselves. These folks in the diaspora, all they're thinking about is how they can, you know, fatten up them pockets because they failed. So man on there 30, 40, 50 years. There's been no light. And so waiting to happen now. They don't decide, say, you know what, if I cannot beat them, let's join them. That is the mentality. And believe it or not, this is it's so sad when you take people like even like the Kanda Yumkelas, right? And when you take somebody like Kanda Yumkela, we don't call a failure by no standard of the diaspora. You would not call that man a failure. Get a very great job with the United Nations. So the rank of Under Secretary General of the United Nations, right? And this man, they get an opportunity for going to salon politics. We make people like we see and we say, you know what, this man within caliber. Because I don't get about that for person. I want to see Sierra Leoneans progress. I want to see Sierra Leone where they do well. Any Sierra Leone where they do very well, I'm with you guys, right? And but somebody like Kande Yumkela, look at his resume and say, whoa, this man is a powerful man, man. Let's give this guy an opportunity, let's give him a chance because he get connections, he go for make. Kande Yumkela disappointed and failed us. So you can imagine if you get somebody like Kande Yumkela in caliber, he behaved the way he behaved. Can you imagine what some of these guys we don't do overseas for 30, 40 years, never had any big job, not make any big money? Because a lot of we there want to make better money, but we live a very decent life no more. We make sure we maintain our respect, our dignity. We don't allow politicians in Sierra Leone for destroy we mentality, for take away we dignity and we prestige. That is the thing. That's the difference. Some of us, we poor, but we content with the small we'll get. Some of these other ones, them poor, they're not content. They want for go to Sierra Leone, for go enrich themselves and destroy the country. They want for join these useless politicians who get in Sierra Leone like today. That is why what they do, then they divide we into, party colors, into tribes, into regions. We look at the SLPP and the APC. The only reason we make these two political parties, they exist. A lot of we benefit from these political parties in some ways. Right? We all know, some of us are going to say, like we on Grandpa Sebufona was part of the APC for a very long time, right? So some of us, we benefited small, not too much so. We benefited small no more because of the name and all of that, Andy. But this is the problem where we get inside, Sierra Leone like today. The diasporans, them with dinner, we don't fail. We don't get content mind. We don't dissatisfy. They say, what's in Sierra Leone is a farm. Then we join them dirty politician there. Then filthy, useless politician there, both in the ruling government and in the opposition as well. Useless idiots. They've taken the people for granted. They say, why not to sober mortal man, and to good people, and not to better mortal man. They say, we're not animals. That is how they look at you guys. They don't get no value. They don't place no worth now in their lives. So my brother Cashbox was talking about poverty. When 95% of the population in Sierra Leone, they live in that poverty-stricken life. You know how many homes them are getting destroyed in Sierra Leone today because of poverty? You know how many families them are destroyed and scattered because of poverty? You know how many homes them where man them they die at a very early age because of poverty? They cannot take care of their families. No man not gay. We go able to accept that the inside heart of heart as a man, where you know for take care of your family, the pain and suffering where you feel. They watch you picking them for pay school fee, but you get for we on go back to that padianda, go yanda, make so pass up and down, waiting do. No man not the way they accept that the way go be happy, we go live long in this life. Now make the life expectancy for man in Sierra Leone is about 45. They're after 45, bruh, because imagine that age is a crucial age, right? At 45, you big picking, so you don't take the begin, you don't turn 20. That big picking got for go college. So the other one, they all don't turn 15, 14. So the suffering in the country, I would have loved to do this in English today, but let me do Creole. I want to resonate with a lot of you guys. I want you guys to understand these things that we're saying. It is this poverty-stricken mindset that is killing Africa. It kills Sierra Leone. And when you look at these guys in the diaspora, they contribute directly into this nonsense because now them they fester, now them they push them politicians there where they destroy the nation. How can Sierra Leone, after 63 years of independence up till this day, we cannot boast of having a 24-hour electricity, stable electricity, with all the dams that will get? We get 7 rivers running through. This is a point where Cashbox is always the home through. Now they listen, brother Cashbox, when they talk about finances and the economy in Sierra Leone. We have 7 rivers flowing through. Sierra Leone, we never forget clean drinking water for we people. We cannot connect water, for going to everybody in house. Let people go to them kitchen. They open up the tap, water come out. We see them picking and they grab 4, 5 o'clock in the morning for go get water. Girl picking and they lost their life day. Then they rape them day, they hour and day. What to do? Because again, these diasporans that have failed, the useless one, them, because not we all, but the useless bunch, then we don't decide today for join hand with useless politicians, criminals, thieves, and rogues for destroy the nation. Guys, this is the problem that we have, and this is why it's crucial for us to talk about these things, and that is why I'm talking about some of these things to you guys, because I want to know exactly whose side the problem lie. And until we know where the problem lies, we're not going to be able to solve these problems. And that is why I talk to now. So when you look at the poverty rate in Sierra Leone, the destruction of family values, the destruction of family ties, we see small picking them in the country. Young, especially young girl them, then girl picking them. By the time they're 16, 17, they're super. They don't become professional prostitutes, rare girl them, professional prostitutes, because the society don't force them. What do they call them? Politicians with some of these guys in the diaspora that are very just as useless as these politicians. We don't decide, say, Sierra Leone is a farm. Then we come, now go support them dirty and filthy politicians there. Then we take over the state and then we thief the country in money. We come back, we can't see that overseas. That is the problem that we have. And that is why I pose this challenge to you as young people. You have to look into this. Yeah, it's enough. You guys have to start calling out these idiots on a sabi them. They're on social media participating. These diasporas that are actually in support of politicians, defend politicians them, they defend the ruling government, some of them defend the opposition, they tell us, say, hey, what's in parliament for do? These are same people that we don't talk against the parliamentarians, that we don't talk about the lack of institution of our nation. Because what we're suffering from in Sierra Leone today is lack of institution. That is the major problem we have. We don't get strong institutions, them. The way Barack Obama say, and my brother Komri Koitaki always talk about this point. What we lack is strong institutions. Not a strong government we want. We just want strong institutions that would work for the people. We see the kind of country where can the judiciary, they work for the people. If you poor, you get case in a court, now you left pan. Who get money, now you go win that case. These are all the issues that we have in a nation. But we have these members in the diaspora. We don't fail. They don't live their life now for so long, so many years. They don't get no hope. All they go do now by day, nobody they survive. They're not content with that, Andy, because not to say we all gently there, but they're just not content with the small way they get. So what's they do? They say, "Look, go join the dirty politician. Don't go join the useless politicians." Them. We see for 5 years, rest they go up in that country. When you take like the APC as a political party, you take the leader of the opposition in Sierra Leone at the time, when Honorable Chino Majuba of the APC party, what they call Cherry Coco as an example, is in parliament. Rest they go up after the other, one after the other. This now man where is see the APC government of former President Nkrumah, at least then keep press not to 200,000 elefa. Then why are they calm? Before then they make say waiting. From 2, it don't go almost 1 million. You see, these are the problems we'll get. This man, Honorable Chino Majuba, Cherry Coco, where people within the APC party they support, he has never made a statement. When I show me one speech of this man, also I condemn the increment in the prices of rice. You know, they talk petrol price, they go up. You know what talk as the opposition leader, he has never condemned the actions of the SLPP, but you get people in the diaspora where they support politicians like Kedandi. You don't see what I tell I say the diasporans that are in the kill we country, that they destroy Sierra Leone, that they make us continue for suffer. Some of these we brothers and sisters in the diaspora, we don't give up hope. They are useless. They do on social media. They mami cost them, they cost. That is the problem. They don't get nothing better for transfer to UNA. All the life they don't can live overseas. They have nothing to give to you guys, but I'm mami cost and the UNA. They teach you now for cost mami cost. They teach you now for be rude on social media. They teach you now for just be, just be hooligans. Then they come and can teach you now the positivity. Tell you say, hold your leaders accountable. They need to say, know what's in a civic education. They need to you can study the constitution. They need to you that the politicians are the problem. Then they can protect the same politicians them. We don't destroy we country like today. We don't get electricity. We don't get clean drinking water. We don't get good roads. We brother and sister them till today they die on Temple Run. They are useless but always you don't know Holland. Where they cost me because all in our social media. I come on Sierra Leone during the days of the APC. Because what we say the country Tranga. The same APC party where say the fight for now, although you say not the APC. They one and they all. We see Temple Run I come on a salon with. Useless idiot. Come on a salon and Temple Run for come oversee if can seek a better life. For wake up oversee for let go school self, let go improve in life, the param. Waiting the guna, mamikos. Waiting do because again the same useless politicians that should stand up and defend and protect the democracy, they don't derelict their duty. It means they don't abandon their job. They're not doing their jobs. So what's happen? You get a miscreant in society where some of the glad and jubilate say, oh, now they fight for me because they cost mamikos. What you know because the politicians them maybe for stand up and fight and protect una and protect with democracy. Like how I can see other opposition leaders them. Now other parts of Africa that stand up to defend democracy in their various countries. Not go far, Liberia. Recently, we see the opposition in Liberia. We say if Opongwea won war, in the gear war, and for take gun against Opongwea because for past bad laws. These are the kinds where the same APC people, some of them accidentally not share their audio today, not they share them video today. But then when it comes to a young politician inside Sierra Leone, for hold them accountable, when I begin them say, oh, now we come at the same village, or now we belong to the same political party, or now we be the radical na college, or now me paddy, when I begin member all in today. When they forget say the Constitution makes it very clear, Section 13B. I hope say some of us sabi Section 13B of the Constitution. The Section 13B makes it very clear. It says, every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, so that your loyalty should lie to the state, not to your section, region, ethnicity, political, any other loyalties. You don't forget brand and politics. Hey, I'm Bradis. You should not. But you see how these diasporans them, somebody in the diaspora, them branded in a salon, a politician them. Imagine, they don't count diaspora. They did a country, they will get opportunity, where they create all kind of opportunity for everybody. You go school, you get good job. Then they're not go look down on you. Opportunities are there. No matter what anybody say. In this diaspora, if possible, anything we want to do, you go do them, you go achieve them. Any goal we want to achieve, you go achieve them. Especially in the diaspora, in the Europe, this America, London, France, Germany, then continue to defend yourself there. No matter what thing, how difficult it is. You can for make a breakthrough. Then left salon, they say they can seek greener pasture. But indeed, the diaspora, where they support the unlucky politicians in Sierra Leone, where they destroy the country. Una get a responsibility, my young brothers and sisters. Una get a responsibility, especially una the silent majority there. For make sure say una stand up and stop this foolishness. Una stand up and stop this nonsense. Una go after them one after the other. Una know them. Then they on social media. Some they on WhatsApp, some they Facebook. Una know them where they contribute. Instead of they would never hold the political leaders accountable. That they can't defend them. You have to stand up. You have to stand up and say enough is enough. You the people, you the young citizens, them. You have a responsibility to take this upon yourself. We can't get a suffer. Families are dying. Families are getting destroyed. Girl picking and not turn to prostitution. Girl picking and get for taking care of their families, them. Boy picking and not turn to drugs. Kush. If, by the way, if you don't know, because I get people in me 2-3 of my family that they just come in days they are back. They tell me about the Kush problem in that country. They say if you go Brookfields, they say if you go Water Street, you go Banana Water, all inside, and they say the young man they don't take away their future from them. They've taken away their destiny. They've taken away everything from them. Because what you do, drugs don't become the go-to. And this is all from the political class. And this is not only, the government will go blame police, we blame the opposition as well. Again, take the APC as a party. You get political leaders them there. You get opposition leaders them. You get members of parliament them. How many members of parliament or the opposition leader, Honorable Chino Majuba, or Kande Yumkela, or Emerson Lamina at the time, how many of them will ever come out and talk against this drug epidemic that we have and take it very seriously and challenge the government for make sure say then find the people that are actually moving these drugs in that country? When you ever see them, I want somebody for show me a proof of Honorable Chino Majuba of the APC party. We're the biggest opposition party in Sierra Leone. Some of the stalwarts that within the APC. When tell me who's one don't ever come out and condemn the fact that the Kush don't become a problem. Drugs, not only Kush, like Kush don't sabi, they get a Molly, they get a LSD or LCD or whatever, they get a fantasy, all kind of drugs all over the country. Drugs don't take over. What thing they do? Then they ruin the minds of young people. You, they want for ruin your mind as a young person when they watch this live. Then they want to ruin your mind so you don't go think straight and know what's your responsibilities. They say, when they listen to Ibrahim, don't finish them no more. Now way they sober, I mean they never listen to Ibrahim them. I mean they listen to Comrade Koita. I mean they listen to Cashbox. I mean they listen to like them people's power. They say they listen to Sister Lioness or Brother Arthur or Bakar or Osha or Sister Yayo or all of these people, guys. Don't mind me if I don't call your name now, Mr. Emmanuel. All of you people, Mabel, all of you guys, right? They say, we're sober, and I'm going to listen to them. So what they do? They try for influence them with drugs. They make them very accessible, make them very easy on them. And so when some man get problem, the problem so overwhelming, they say, man, take small for this timbo. They say, take small, wait, take small, you feel good. So this is the problem we'll get in our country. So like today, a lot of young men, they've become influenced by drugs. Drugs don't become their life. They don't lost their future. They've lost all hopes in life. They are dying across the country. What you do, you get useless folks in the diaspora actually supporting politicians instead of holding these politicians accountable to say, let us fix that country together. We didn't do wrong, call them out on the wrong we didn't do. But they say, no, we pona, they say, we don't do the diaspora for over 40 years. Better not go for this for me now. Which I for do, align myself with the politician, no matter how bad these politicians are, no matter how negligent, no matter how careless, no matter how foolish, no matter how stupid these politicians are, join them no more. The world go. So then say, if they will get power, they will call me. If now what I kiss them, go put me. Let me say, go outside, chap. That is the mentality. We don't see it with the SLPP. And this APC as a political party, we see it as the same time. Same thing how they see. That is why even like we were born inside APC. Some of you don't even need membership card for the inside APC. But we say, what's in? Just because of that don't mean say, I'm going to see the wrong things and not speak up about that. That is the kind of mentality that I want you guys to have. Even though you're part of the club, even though you're part of the association, even though now you're a political party, you have a responsibility to say, no, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm not going to accept this. I'm going to stand up against this. I'm going to speak up against this, regardless of what it is. Because not allow a few. We see what's happening within the APC as a political party. They cannot. So members of the diaspora now, then you get money inside the APC executive them. Woman them, we will vouch for APC executive positions them. Then they cost to come on. Can you imagine the kind of political party is that? Where we don't really say Marabio is a dictator. We say Marabio rough. We say Marabio this. But we see inside the APC party, even their own local elections, them. conventions and this and that, and they then go and target people, and because they get team inside the APC as a political party. So this is all the problem. So you get people in the diaspora where they funnel, where they inflame this fire. Now they inflame the ego of them guys there, the politicians, them, some of them at tongue. We make them don't become useless, they don't become lethargic, they don't care. When I see the opposition leader, Chino Majuba, when I all know that case, he go to ECOWAS parliament. At the time when they kill people in Pademba prisons. At the time when they massacre August 10 victims, them. Police officers, they lost their lives. Civilians lost their lives. This man go to ECOWAS parliament. At the time we see the Tunis where they represent SLPP in the ECOWAS parliament. And they tell the ECOWAS parliamentarian and for say how the people they get gone, they get machete, they get this, they get that. Honorable Chino Majuba, we be for defense Sierra Leoneans them. The same people we die for them because so a lot of them people now because of them politicians they are making the common ticket for say they go protest because they believe say they stand with APC, even though APC don't tell them, say not what they call them for protest. But then they go protest. But we get people in the diaspora who support this nonsense, guys. This is the problem that we have. I don't want to make this live long, but I want to tell you, say there are many problems. When I know say over the 5 years, everything what they can tell you now is sacrosanct fact. Now I tell you, say, Marabia, we don't wanna say the MCC money will go lost because of a negligence with the way they handle the political, dynamics in Sierra Leone. You know, understand what they talk. I show them all the laws them where MCC get. The suspension, what's going to suspend you, not forget you a compact. They like it to this Sierra Leoneans, they for enjoy that money, they not go for enjoy that money. What you do because of you get useless politicians, them we don't care about the interests of the country, all they care about is themselves. But then you get the people at the diaspora where they're just as useless, we don't get no hope again, they don't give up life in the diaspora. They say, what we go for destroy this country. That is the problem that we have, guys. And that is the things we get for point out. We have to let you guys know. When I was in Sierra Leone, they suffer. Right now, you want to go to school. You don't get money for college. I get people already send me all kind of message. Hey, Ibrahim, it's life and death. But can you imagine if I get 1,000 messages of people, they ask me for help? How many go in this country here? What's I go eat? How many family go there? I go pay me your rent. You know what I mean? I go pay me mortgage. I go pay, I go pay me own bills. I don't go for help all man. I cannot do it. So the small people are for help at the time you're small like corner, right? We see with brother Roland. Now one of the best diasporans them, Roland Touré. When I can see and want to take pull them video where they talk about like the medical side, where you help people them, we sick. Brother Roland, Dr. Roland, when I can hear about he gets a YouTube page. When I go look up no more Roland Touré, he got a YouTube page. When I go see what he's have to do. People like that in the diaspora, he gave up everything. He say I'm gonna go to Sierra Leone, I go help me people there. Now they kind of people, not go there for power, you're not go there for anything, political affiliation, not that they look for. But you get people like the diaspora, we want to go join these filthy and dirty, and they call them filthy and dirty politicians because they are dirty. Because what's happened to Sierra Leone over the years, with the suffering and pain and the massive misery, what would they get so delicate today? The sufferings of our people. Go look at Tongo, you see man in the past. Don't even know side they go that morning. Some don't even know side they go get the next meal. Some don't even know what you get for eat the next day or what you get for eat today. People don't know all in here. These are the sufferings and the politicians cause them. Get useless opposition leaders there. When you get an opposition leader, we're useless, we sit down, they watch nobody ruling government, they damage you now. They say, no, waste no more election, and people go vote for them. People go vote against them. That is the problem that we have. So we as a people, we have to stand up. We have to change the landscape. We have to change the mindset. But when I get to understand what's the problem, the diaspora, I didn't get useless one that we don't fail. We don't get satisfied mind. We corrupt. They are criminals. They are thieves. And they support them politicians in a tongue for destroy Sierra Leone. All right. I just wanted to pass this on to you guys. Let you guys understand these basic things. I can't talk to her. But I want to left this live now, a short one. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Share the live. Let somebody else listen and benefit from them. But we have to hold ourselves accountable. If Salonga for go before, now we get for tell ourselves two. Me, I ready for shove inside some man, brady. Two. I shove man at the head. If you want to take care, why not take care? But you go sleep so to God in this day, and make like guilty conscience flag you. Because you don't go there, you suffer, you didn't join it. You didn't then place their way under the sea. They see how people in the suffer in our country. Then they are joining them. Where money can you get for team up a line for us. If you see the wash the way filthy, if you see I dirty, but they can't see though, they can't defend politician. Politician will like all things inside my room. I put inside my room all week. I don't can do self. I get all things I want inside. But they don't have that life though. Where they tell anything they are, big full talk. Politicians they live a marvelous life, beautiful, fantastic life. They can't defend them. Then they suffer. They don't get tea for it. When they get small top up, they kind of social media, they kind of WhatsApp, they can make message. That is the problem that we have in Sierra Leone. People don't like themselves. A lot of Sierra Leoneans just don't like themselves. Because you have to be pissed off. You have to be mad. You have to vex. You know, Cashbox will tell me, there's a video Cashbox share with me where we talk about Professor Lumumba, where they talk about Chinua Achebe, that in book where they call Ant Hills of the Savannah. Ant Hills of the Savannah. Where it expressed in one particular side, where they express it. You don't know how Africans, they sum up the courage. When they vex, how Africans they manage for them, and they watch them politicians, and so then they flout everything in front of their face, drive big motorcar and everything, then call them back, yes sir. You know, side they pull that patient, they can't patient to then get. Chinua Achebe write that book. This is the mentality. This is Africa for us, guys. African people, Sierra Leoneans, we get for vex. We get for vex. And the vex for me the right vex. Not for just vex, you can't talk. No. If your anger should be directed. We know say for go. Now then corrupt politicians them and corrupt one of the diaspora. Those if we forget them, they set today, we put them together, we squash them. Salute better. Don't stop for support politicians unnecessarily. They're not good for our country. What they don't do for we for help we. Now the family they live good life. Now the family they overseas. When they suffer, they struggle. Healthcare not better. People are dying helter skelter across the country. Healthcare not day. You sick, you don't get money, you die. Why they defend politicians? Huh? Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Beautiful day. Bye-bye.